Hey everybody, it is Jenny, aka Koopa Kai Arts. I am here for a special live today. I am going to be working on some, sorry for the noise there, I'm going to be looking at this kit, A Song for the Moonlight, but I'm going to look at it from a perspective of the very first kit I ever purchased, which was this kit. It was actually purchased in May. I received it in June of 2020, and then I just purchased it again in December of 2024. So I think this will be kind of a fun video, and I'm doing it live. So if you guys have questions, you can ask me questions as I'm kind of doing this. This is, of course, the new box. I no longer have the old box from my original kit. Due to space, I took a lot of my kits out of the bulky boxes to store them in totes. So, this is the new box. This is an example of the old box. This is obviously not the kit. This is a current one that I have, but just a comparison of the boxes, which has been seen quite a bit. And we're going to do a quick little thing for the toolkit. Nothing too in-depth, but for those that didn't see the old stuff, they've had this box for a while. I never had, I think there was like a blue box, the really old school stuff. I never had that. This was my first kit in 2020. So, here is the new box. I'm going to go ahead. I think a lot of people have seen this. So we're going to get that out of the way. And let's start in this comparison. I'm going to get my name. Let's shove it up out there. Okay. So toolkit wise, the toolkits were very different back in the day. So I don't have an original toolkit together. I took the bags. These were the bags. And I've repurposed them for other stuff. They were thick. Now the original ones that I got were like a paper bag. So they were real stiff. So you couldn't really use them for anything else. They tore easily. And then they moved into these bags. And they became more usable for additional things. Oh, good morning, Melanie A. Bear. I have Mel the Bear with me, but it's tucked away so I could have table space today. They would have these plastic bags, and it would tell you if it was a round kit or a square kit. This is a round kit, and it told you what was in it. You got a multi-placer. I will say, I think I have purged most of mine, but they started out with giving you like the fat multi-placer. Like these are the thin multi-placers. They started out with the fat ones, and, oh, I have some in the little one. So you got, a big multi-placer, and then you also got a small multi-placer, and this is what I mean by a fat one versus a skinny one. Hopefully you can see that okay. So the plastic is whiter here than this one. So they didn't have these skinny ones for a long time. You always got the fat ones. I find the skinny ones are so much easier to work with. So, good morning, Catherine. I'm glad you're here. So, they gave you the two multi-placers. You got a tray. Now you had a tray with this kind of stopper. Or if you were really lucky, and back in the day people would covet, the sparkly ones. And I'm going to try to turn on a light here. See if that helps with some of the shadow. I'm going off a lot of natural light today. But so the trays here, this was super exciting if you got a sparkle tray. They didn't have a lot of them, so it was exciting if you got one that sparkled. Otherwise, it came with the white one. Quite frankly, I never understood these stoppers, and they drove me nuts, so I never used them. Hello, Twinkle Little Diamond. I'm so glad you're here. I think I said good morning earlier because I'm so used to being live. So good afternoon. I need to correct myself. Good afternoon, Jaylee Lee. I'm so used to going live on Saturday mornings. So it's Saturday afternoon. I got to remind myself of that. But yeah, so these were your trays. You got super excited if you got a sparkly one. And then you got your standard pen. A lot of times they were solids, but you would sometimes get a sparkly one with that as well. And that was always kind of a jackpot. Like, yay, I got a sparkly one. I think a lot of people know the squishies that came. You would always get, this is just a random washi tape that I pulled out. You'd get a washi tape and a cover minder. And then you would get your pink wax. And it would come in these white plastic hearts, or it came just loose red plastic hearts. So you had the multi-placer. You only got one tray, but I wanted to show you kind of the coveted sparkly ones. That was the first thing that everybody wanted. Want the sparkly tray and the sparkly pen. So, and then people would go, what cover minder did you get? And that kind of stuff. So this was the toolkit and the original one with the multi-placers. Now, obviously everybody's seen them a million times. They're still in this bag. It's very similar to the bag that they changed from the hard kind of papery one. Good afternoon, Maniba. Glad you're here. Catherine liked the little flower cover minder. I know you could get the greatest cover minders. They were so fun. So now everybody's seen this toolkit. I just kind of want to do a little side-by-side here. So you still have the reusable bag. The bag is bigger, but the items are bigger if you compare these two up here. And you did get baggies with this. I did not pull baggies out for this demonstration purposes, but you did get baggies. You did not get this many baggies. This is quite a bit of baggies. I will admit, this is my first new toolkit. Not gonna lie, I've been bad about purchasing. So, well, I guess not bad. My pocketbook likes it. So it looks like you're still getting the 4 multi-placer, the bigger multi-placer, of course, the putty pen. And so there's the putty pen. And you still get a pink wax. There's some extra putty, which is nice. And then, of course, the locking tray lid tray. Obviously, this stopper is a much better stopper. The tray is obviously much better. So this is just a side-by-side real quick of the toolkit from the Cool Kit. Roughly I threw one together from what I had from 2020 to 2024. So again, we're doing a comparison of the same DAC image, just from I purchased in May of 2020 and December of 2024. So 3.5 years roughly. So there is our toolkits. Let me throw this in the bag really quick and get it out of the way. Did anybody have any questions on the toolkit? I am live, so I know in the replay you won't be able to ask questions, but you're always welcome to email me if you do have a question and you're watching the replay. It's kupakaiart@gmail.com. KUPAKIART@gmail.com. So don't hesitate to email me if you have a question. All right, so that was our toolkit. Now let's look at our sticker sheet. So sticker sheet, now this is definitely an old school kit. It did not even have the small square. So when eventually they came out with the small little square stickers that you could put on the end of your box to find it, this one was old enough that it didn't even have this. This is the sticker sheet from the 2020 version. So these are stickers, but if you can see, it's like you had to cut this. This was not, like this one was not as easy as they, progress. So this is definitely obviously an older kit. So if you're looking at my sticker sheet from the 2020 version, And now we're looking at what came in the 2024. So they've obviously made lots of changes, which we all kind of knew and expected. So it has the title. You open it up and here's your colors. And this is kind of replacing the little square sticker that you would have previously. There's still 21 colors. And let's take a quick look side by side. We still have, it looks like they kept the symbols relatively the same. So 1 is 1, 2 is the white dot, 3 is a Y, 4 is the slash mark, but it's interesting in this one how they have the circles on there because it is a round. So it's definitely changed a lot. So I think all of the symbols still match, which is very interesting. All of our symbols still match. So, oh, good afternoon, Ditzy. So yeah, this is great. Symbols still match from 2020 to 2024. So that's nice. They do just look slightly different in how they represented them. So let me see if I can hold these both up for you and let you see how the symbols are the same. You just see the round circles on the old version. So hopefully that's beneficial. All right. And I'm trying to keep all my stuff organized, so I'm putting stuff right and left so I know which side is which. My right side is the old school, my left side is the new school. All right, so are we ready to look at these kits? Here are the bags. Oh, I hit my camera, I'm so sorry. All right, so this is definitely different. I did put stickers on here so I could identify the kits when they were in my storage. So disregard that. That is something I added. But you can see it still says Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. So that does say that on both. Obviously this one is rolled where the color side is out. You don't know how well you can see this. I flipped it back because the fat end, the drills are on this end right now. But this kit looks to be a little wider. So looks like there's more edging on the outside of the image. Not the image itself, but I believe it's just going to be this border area that will be a little bit wider on the old one. So interesting how they've rolled them differently. Okay. The bags feel the same consistency to me. I don't think one's better than the other. Pretty much feels the same. So let's get into it. Are there any questions so far? I feel like I'm not interacting with you guys very much. I'm sorry. Definitely say something to me. I keep glancing at chat. So, all right. So here we go. Let's get this unrolled. Now, something that came with the old school kits. This was your instruction sheet that came with the old ones. The new ones, it is wrapped up in this, is where your instructions are. Your sticker sheet is tucked inside of it. I didn't point that out, but this was your instruction sheet from back in 2020. And they gave you a coupon code. So that's the old school step-by-step instructions. Here is our drills. You can already see how different things look. Where is the stripe? They did still have it labeled. All right, and something that came, Maniva says, I'm waiting for the canvas reveal. Yes. Something that used to be different that they have not done for a long time. As you will see, we have our image, and it has the clear sheet on it. But what Diamond Art Club used to do is give you this replacement one. So you could swap out your clear cover for this white cover. I know before release papers were a thing, this was like the release paper that you could switch to. Some people cut it up in pieces and put it on their kits. Some people just swapped the whole thing. I think at one point people were saying that they wanted the image revealed, they didn't want the image revealed, and so they gave you both options. You had the white option or you had the clear option. So I do still have quite a few kits with both options. So that was an interesting change. All right, I'm going to, because it was still poured glue. Oh, sorry about that. Knocking into stuff in the house. I am gonna re-roll this. All right. Okay, so this is the old school one. It was still a very velvety canvas. Hopefully we can get this all in here well. All right, so here it is. Again, we saw the same colors. It's 21 colors. It is a Diamond Art Club. We have the social medias down at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that okay. It did still have a legend in both corners. Let's do this here. Has a legend up here in the top corner with an image. It has the typical "Do What Makes You Sparkle" up at the top. Hi Jen, DP Addiction Adventures. I'm glad you're here. Ditzy said hi to her as well. The bottom corner does not have the image. It just has the legend. The symbols are pretty clear. They are the square boxes with the rounds in the middle. And I will zoom in on both here shortly. We're just going to kind of do a high level peek of each one, and then we'll zoom into each. And then I'm going to play some drills as well. So here is our drill bag, like I kind of showed you a minute ago. Definitely darker colors, which you kind of expect with this image. So that is the 2020. We're going to slide it over here. And let's pull out our 2024. All right. Let's see if I can get the bag open here. Yeah, the bag quality is pretty much the same. That doesn't seem to have changed. Seems like the same thickness. Okay. Get this slid out of there. All right. Get it unrolled. Here are our drills. Again, it's still labeled. What the thing is, we can see, we'll do a drill comparison side by side, but you can definitely already see the bags have changed over time. All right, let's roll this one back. Jen says, looks like the party is just starting. It is just starting, Jen. We did a quick tour of the toolkits, the difference between 2020 and now, and the sticker sheet. There's a big difference in the sticker sheet. Diamond Art Club has come a long way with the sticker sheets. So much better. All right, and here is our image. Okay, so symbols look good, which we would expect since it has gotten to be, this is the newer version. This does have the perforated cover, which is nice. None of the pink lines were on this one. Like they're not on the sheet, nor are they on the canvas since they're not on the sheet. So this one, of course, we still have our Do What Makes You Sparkle. This one has the legend up here, but there's no image in the corner like the other one. The image is actually down here. And it gives all of the details of the kit, which if you will note from the last one, all of this is not on the old kits. You didn't have the quick reference of what is the kit and the dimensions. None of that information was on the old one. I think it may have been up in the, it is technically up in the very small corner, which we'll compare in just a minute. There's their socials, and you have the legend over in the bottom corner. So, doing a quick comparison, I want to show y'all what a difference. Sorry for the reach, I was about to knock my name off the top. So here in the 2024, we have such a great clear description of the image. In 2020, it is way up here, teeny tiny in this box with the image there. It does have the size, but the image, I think the pasting area images look very similar. They're pretty much the same size there. They look very similar. But I do like that Diamond Art Club went better with the description and title of the image. This was a very big improvement in my opinion. Jen says, if only comparing me after 4 years showed me improved. Laugh out loud. I know, right? Oh, I went backwards between the years. Let's see. So, I think the legends look, they're obviously different in color. Looks like they're roughly at the, legend goes up here where it goes across, but it looks pretty similar. I mean, there are slight differences. This is much easier to see and read than this one is. It's very tiny. This is bigger. The image, the symbols are bigger on this one. So it does stand out better. All right, so fabric-wise, you know, I will be honest, I think that the new one, it does have maybe a hair softer, but I don't think the backing of the kits has really changed to me. Still the scalloped edges, but the material feels the same to me. So I don't see any change in the canvas itself. I think that's very, very similar. If it has changed, it is not by much because I just don't feel it. They're both velvety on the back. They both have the sparkle on the edges. So let's see if my thought process was correct. Are they the same size? I think they actually are, even though the 2020 looked like it may be a little bit wider this way, like across this way, than the other one. It's actually not. I think it was just how it was sitting in the bag. These are pretty much the same size. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're basically the same size. So, yeah, that's excellent. I thought initially when they were in the bags, our 2020 may have had more of a border than the other one. But if I slide down here, I mean, that's pretty much spot on. You guys can see up here between the two. Hi, Shay. Thank you for being here. I hope your Saturday is going well. So yeah, the image is the exact same, and it looks like the canvas size is the same. So I was a little wrong earlier when they were still in the bags. So that's impressive. That's still the same. All right, I'm going to leave 2020 up here on top, and let's take a peek between drills. So that is our 2024 bag. Here is our 2020 bag. So we got some changes. Let me flip this one just so we can see numbers upright. They definitely, the bags are prettier. Let's not lie. We're gonna get some of this crinkle out here. Okay. All right, keep myself straight. I'm gonna go back to 2020 is on my right, 2022 is on my left, so I don't get things mixed up here. Okay, so this is 2024, and here is 2020. All right. Wow, yeah. Bags are definitely different. These are prettier bags, not gonna lie. Not that the bags we all throw away matters, but let's see if we can do some color comparisons. Looks like those are some 318s, a lot of 414s. That was 317. And here's some 318. We're going to go ahead and pop these apart. I did like the old school. To me, they tore apart so easily between the sections. Okay. All right. Now, granted, I have not been in a new DAC kit, so these may still tear nicely. Let's see here. Yeah, they're still not bad. Okay. All right, so here is 318. Well, there's a difference. Our color shade is different. Now, granted, don't forget there are dye lots. Jen says, I missed the story how you ended up with 2. Jen, I did this intentionally. 2020, this was the very first kit I ever bought from Diamond Art Club, and I've not opened it. So this was my very, very first kit, and I was thinking, what's something fun that I could do? And I was like, I will unbox my very first Diamond Art Club kit on Instagram Live. And then was talking with Ditzy, Alicia, Ditzy's Diamond Den, and we were kind of talking about it. I was like, man, I'd love to compare it. And she's like, yeah, we should compare it to a newer kit and see how the quality's changed. And I talked to my husband, and he was like, you know what? Buy the new one and do a side-by-side. And I was like, oh, sweet. So yeah, I kind of blew some money I probably didn't need to, but this is actually really fun to see how much has changed. So that's why I have 2 of the exact same kit. I just hadn't really gone back to see where has Diamond Art Club come, how far have they come, and how much they've changed. So I thought this was kind of a fun, different thing to do. So that's where I got to this point, why I got to this point. But so yeah, so here's our drills. 318, there's definitely a shade difference. I hope you guys can see that in the light. Let's see, what are some other colors we've got? Here's a 413 that's kind of a green. Let's see if I can find it in my other ones. I know that there's a special drill in here, so we will have to look at that one. Oh, okay, so I was wrong. This is still a gray. I was looking for a green, but it looked kind of green to me here. Okay, so there's 318. Look at that difference. From my angle, this looked had a little more green in it, but yeah, there's definitely dye lot changes. Well, here's both the 898s. Those are pretty similar. Here's our 414s and our 317s. So these are kind of actually laid out in order. I think I just had pulled the train up wrong. But these grays, there's definitely a different shade there. Hey Artemis, I'm glad you're here. I can't see who pops in, so if I don't recognize you, I apologize because I'm watching my Instagram through my personal Instagram account, so I don't see who is jumping in. So if I haven't said good afternoon to you or hi, please know I'm not ignoring you. I just don't actually see you because I'm recording from my phone over my head. So Maniva said, I like the story so far. Cannot believe you're opening your first DAC years later. I know, right? I got sucked in. Oh, good afternoon, Grams. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for popping in and just saying hi so I know you're here. Because I don't want to ignore people. Yeah. So yes, I have not opened it. I got sucked into others. So I love this one, but I set it aside, got sucked into other ones, and here we are. 3.5 years later, and I'm just now looking at it. Okay. So let's see. Here's our 762s. They're going to be over here somewhere. Where are they? Here we go. Okay. 762 is pretty close. Well, this bag's about to tear. I'm going to be careful with that. Let me see if I can, so I don't have an issue. Maybe bag quality wasn't as good back then. Don't want to lose that. Okay. Looks like they've trained these still the same, you guys. It looks like they're pretty much trained in the same train order. So here's our 3799s, our 938s. I'm sorry for all the crinkle sounds. 938s, lots of 938s, and here's our lovely 310s. I think I had more 310s. Nope, I guess it's one bag of 310s. That's not bad. But then you flip to those 3371s that are so close to 310. I actually think I like these less than I like 310s. My 3371s always seem to have trash. Hi, Michelle. Okay, now let's go into some of our smaller bags. And we'll see some of our special drills here. Alright. Yeah, they did the trains of drills the same order. So that hasn't changed. Alright, here's our 975s. Our 420s. 3787s. 3782s. 976. Here is 141. I'm going to come back to that because that AB has changed a lot. 647, 3861, 3860, 779, and our 415s. So, definitely die lot changes, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to pop apart. What a vast improvement in ABs. I'm really surprised by this. Okay. Thank you guys for your patience as I pop this loose. Just want to be able to hold it a little bit better. Wow. What a difference. Can you believe that? So the one on the right, my right, so this one has that yellow look to it versus the other one. This is the old version. This is the new version. So that's pretty wild. They're both supposed to be white ABs. So can you guys see how different that shade is? That's probably the biggest drill dye difference that I see in this kit. So yeah, they definitely got improvement there. So, did I go through any drill colors too fast that you want me to go back and look at? I'm going to kind of push them out of the way a little bit here. Kind of let people catch up. Any questions on drills? I'm just still really surprised by the ABs. The AB is number 1. I'm going to see. I'm assuming it's going to be, yeah, it's up here in the moon is where those ABs are. They're kind of lightly scattered in the moon. Right here and here, kind of through in here. So that's where a lot of the ABs reside, is in that moon behind the wolves. So Okay. All right, so we do know some differences in the canvas and all. We do know that there is a difference in the cover sheet. Diamond Art Club didn't cheap out. This is a good cover sheet, but of course it did get thicker when they did the perforated edges. Those that did not see this at first, I'm going to show it just again because it was a big dramatic change. Back in the day, Diamond Art Club gave you two options as your cover sheet. You could remove the clear plastic one. This is the 2020. You could remove the clear plastic and replace it with this one. So every kit had both options. So I still have a bunch that are this way. And I cut some of these up because this was like before the real kick of release papers. And I think probably them having that and people cutting it up got the kick of release papers to start taking momentum. So, now down here in my corner, I thought I would compare drill fields here. DP Addiction said they did that for about 6 months. Okay, thank you, Jen. I wasn't sure how long they had done it. I knew that I came in right when they were doing it, and I still have a lot of kits that have the second one. So I'm sure that was a big waste of money for Diamond Art Club. I mean, I think the thought was great, and it did lead to some great things with the release papers and stuff, but I bet that was not cheap for them to do, putting out all the kits. So let's see here. I am going to see if I can zoom in a little bit. Don't want to make anybody nauseous, so I'm going to try to do this slowly. And let's kind of do a side-by-side of our drill fields. Okay. You guys see that good? So here's our corner. I would say the color, the pigment in the new ones is a clearer pigment. I feel like the symbols are clearer. If you look at the S's, let me see if I can get this. I don't want to make anybody nauseous here. But do you see the S's? The color is a little clearer on the bottom one, and then this one, not a huge difference, but I think the image and the symbols definitely are clearer. The color is kind of, I would say, muted versus bright. If you can kind of see that. I don't know, it feels like there's like almost like a haze on the old one. I mean, they're still very visible, don't get me wrong, but it feels like there's a bit of a haze between the two. Let's see, what are some symbols that tend to get a little, the S's can be, one thing that I was curious about, since my sticker sheets and stuff and my symbols on my kit look so different, the old one has where you have like the circle around the symbol, and I was curious if that was the same on the new one, and it is. You still see them on there. You still see the circles on there. It looks like it's charted the exact same. If I look here, it's an S, an arrow, an S, a Y, a P, an F, a dash, corner wedge, and a Y. And those look the same. So let's do, question for y'all. Are you a bottom right to left, or a bottom left to right, or a top? Looks like our colors are the same in all four corners. It starts with the black. The S is the 3371, which is that one so close to black. And our down arrow is the 938, which is also dark. I thought I would drop a few drills down. Catherine says currently bottom left to right. Alrighty. So I think I'm going to throw a few drills down on each one. And let's look at the drills. I'm going to open a bag. We'll open our 310s. Because if y'all are like me, I find if I'm going to get trash, it's going to be in those dark colors. So I'm going to slowly, let's get me zoomed back out here. Don't want to make anybody nauseous. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to get the 310 bag. Wow. Live Instagram for you. The whole bag just tore. Okay. Alright, so bag quality is probably going to be better in 2024 than 2020 because that bag just, well, the bag was very, very full as well, but that 310 bag just kind of exploded on me. So, yeah, nothing like a live Instagram explode drills on. Go with the flow, right? Well, there's not static, right? They went. They did not static. Okay. Oops. All right. I love exploding drills. Maniba says top right to left, left to right. Graham says top right to left, but the orientation varies as how it fits on the desk. I'm kind of the same way. Mine rotates. I start in the bottom right, work left, do a few rows, and then I eventually rotate my canvas. Artemis says all of the above, just depends upon how I'm feeling. I like that. Okay, so yeah, my bag completely exploded. Safe place for this. Okay, I got it. Okay, found a safe place for the bag so I don't have more exploding drills. Okay, so this is our 2020 version. Not too much trash in there. Alright, and I did pull out my yellow dog trays because I have 2 white yellow dogs. So, there's that one. And let's see if I can get into this one without exploding the bag. We're going to go 310s on this one. Ditzy's Diamond Den said back. It feels like a Monday. I'm sorry it feels like a Monday, Dits. Okay. Okay, yeah, this bag did not tear as easily as the 2020 bag. So, definitely a little bit better quality in drill bags. So that's good news. So I can just pour some in. And here are our 2024 drills. I see some trash, but that's to be expected. They're not all going to be perfect. All right. Side by side. Y'all, I don't really see. I know with square drills, they did some changes on the facets, but I don't see a lot of change in the facets of these drills. They both have that same kind of sparkle to them. So that is interesting. I'm intrigued by that. I think I want to compare a lighter color. Maybe we should. Those ABs are going to blend into my tray. Catherine said, are both drills resin? Yes. They are. They are both resin drills. I'm trying to look at, do we try a color like this side by side? Because it's a little bit lighter, but it'll pop in my tray. Okay. Let's try that. And I'm going to come back to these 3 tins and we'll place a few and see how they look. The size looks pretty much the same to me. I thought there might be a slight change. Jen, if you're still here, you've been a DAC customer longer than I have. Has there been much change in the DAC round resin drills over the years? I personally don't see a huge difference. I'm gonna have to open this bag bigger since I changed my mind. I want to look at another drill. Okay. Pour these in the bag. Okay. Those are my 3 tins. All right. So I'm going to pull, are you guys okay with this color? I think it'll stand out in my tray a little bit, but we can see it all right. So this is 976. And here's 976. Okay. Alrighty, so this is going to be the new one. And there's some static in that one. It's not, the static is not a result of poor company. It is also my temperature and area. My 2020 admittedly has been stored in a tote, so it's been here obviously a while. And it has been stored. So let's see here. Okay, dye lot is definitely different. We kind of knew that going into it. I kind of knew that dye lot was going to be different. So it is a brighter brownish color here. I think there's a little more shine to the new drills. The facet, like the tops of the drills, look the same to me. But when I tilt it in my light in front of me, I definitely see a little more sparkle on this one. This is the new one. This is the old one. Hey, Lily. I understand you don't have to be here the whole time. I just appreciate anybody being here. I thank you guys. So, yeah, I definitely think the color is brighter and more sparkly on the new ones. But the older ones aren't bad. I'm not disappointed, but there is a difference. Can you guys see it? The sparkle is just much better on the new ones. Even sitting it down here on my table, you can see there is definitely more of a sparkle on the left ones. So let me put these guys back away. Lily, the size is about the same. Let me grab a tray. All right, this is a Bella Art tray I have, and let me see if I can get a couple, put these in here where we can do a side by side and not lose which one is which. Okay, get me a couple of these. Okay. One of these is a trash drill. There we go. Okay. What do you guys think? I think they're the same size. The two over here are the old ones, and the two here are the new ones. I think they're the same. I think they're the same size. They seem to be filling that edge of this tray pretty well. Is that too close to y'all? Can you see it, or is it too blurry? I'm sorry, I may have focused badly. Namiba says, what about the size? Is the same? Yeah. And then Artemis asked, the old rounds look very good for their age. Glad they've improved though. I agree. I'm afraid I'm making this really blurry on you guys. Yes, this side is shinier. This is the new ones than this one. This side is the old ones. But I think they are the same size. Set that down. Maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. I know the shiny is messing me up too. Let me see. Can I zoom in this way and make it clearer without making everybody nauseous? Did that help see the size? So this side is new. This side is old. Is that better to see? I'm trying to watch my camera here. This shiny, when you put them in the same tray, looks about the same. Now it's also how my light is hitting. But I think they do look the same. Now when you have a big cluster of them, these are, the new ones are definitely got a better shine to them than the old ones do. The old ones don't look bad, but I do think we're in the same size. I think we've got the same size. Jen says, I believe it's the grids that change, not the drills. I think that's right. So I thought I'd go ahead and lay some. I was hoping to find a color other than one of the dark ones. But I think all of my dark colors are all here at the bottom. So we'll do some 310s. We'll go back to our 310s real quick. And let's throw a few drills down. If you guys don't mind hanging with me for a little bit longer. And let's see how it looks, how different we are. Okay. All right. Oops. Well, I'm just going to leave that guy in there. All right, here's some of our 310 new ones. Okay. Let's pack away our old versions of the 976. All right. This has been really fun. I did not get a square kit till much later into my diamond painting. Squares terrified me. Did they worry anybody else? I mean, truly, the squares just terrified me. So it took me a while to do a square. I finally did. I did Island Time. Was my first square. And I got into it and then left it and came back to it and finished it in 2024. So, I was happy to have that one done. Alrighty. So, I don't think I need them too much. Let's do some old school DAC cover minders. Okay. We'll do a macaron, however you want to pronounce it. There's the pink one, and I've got a blue one. I lost him here. All right. Okay. Let me zoom back out. I'm sorry I had you guys zoomed in during that. I apologize. Okay. You were kind of staring at nothing there. Sorry, guys. Forgot I was zoomed in. Okay. So, everybody see both okay? I've exposed the sticky for both, so let's see. Not bad. Let's see here. Oh, much better. Oh, glue is definitely improved. Yeah, glue is definitely, I mean, this still sticks, but the glue is definitely an improvement. Now, I would say, yeah, glue is definitely better now. Alrighty, so these are my new, these are my old. Where's my drill pen? Okay. This is a Butterfly Effects Wears pen, and this is one of my first, not the first, but one of my first pen purchases that I got. So I love the fat of this pen. Alright, so let's go old school first. And let's throw a few of these down. Okay. Oops. Not a great start here, Jen. I don't want you to have to stare at the top of my head, so I'm trying to make sure my head's not in it. Okay. I'm not doing the greatest job placing these without trying to avoid my head in the camera as a different feet. Okay. Just kind of do some border here. I haven't counted drills. I've just kind of thrown some down. And let's see how they grid up. Do you guys ever do, I know a lot of us do checkerboard for squares. I think it gets as necessary on rounds. But I'm the kind of person of, like, this is such color blocking. I will probably end up, you know, multi-placing this. But the, I have to do patterns. If I'm going to single place something like this, I do patterns. Like I'll do diamonds and I'll do other squares and then fill it in as I go. So there's a couple rows on the old one. Let's do a couple rows on the new one. Catherine says, I love that pen. Thank you. Oh gosh, the glue stick is so much better on this one. I don't know if you guys, I'm talking and running my mouth, so you probably can't hear the pop, but I hear the pop and it's amazing. Okay, the drill field is much better. I still feel like they fit well together. Yeah, they still fit well together, but I feel like it's clearer. I guess that's the easiest way I can explain it. Let's see. So nobody's said anything. You don't do patterns, or is everybody in here multi-placers today? I sometimes go old school and single place. I was determined to single place my You're Not Alone Care Bear. And I was actually on the phone with Ditzy and I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore. I was in a really big patch of one color. Oh, I just did 2 rows of the other one. Okay, my row is really crooked. It's hard to see when you're standing. I'm standing up, so it's hard to see the drills in my tray and the grid, the canvas. So sorry if you saw my head there. Okay. I forgot to check the glue going over the edge. There's actually the glue field goes over a little bit more on this edge than it does on this one, but there's more on the bottom of this one than there is on this one. So I don't think that's much of a change. I think it just depends upon how the glue gets rolled out on the canvas. All right, so let's take a peek without me spilling everything. I picked the yellow dog so that I could cover trays up. All right. Artemis says same, it helps the monotony. I agree. Jen says I go back and forth. Catherine says definitely multi-place. Jen says working and lurking while I clean. Little man is sleeping. I have to speed through adulting. Okay, good luck, Jen. Jen's little man was very, very ill last night. So send good vibes and prayers towards Jen and her little guy. They've had the ick in their house, and little man was not doing well last night. And Maneva says a multi-placer. Okay. I think I might be doing better if I just zoom my camera in as opposed to holding it up on you guys. All right, so bear with me. We're going to zoom in again. I'm going to slide up. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to bring this cover minder down here. Come on. And let's get these a little bit closer to each other. Okay. We're just going to get rid of that guy altogether. All right, what do you guys think? I probably should have done a third row on this one so you could see the thickness. I definitely feel like the drill field is better on the new ones. There's just something about it. They seem to place easier. I think they sit better together. But yeah, I think I have some really crooked ones now that I'm getting a little bit closer to it, but I honestly, I see the drill field changes between the two, but it all still fits in the same image size, so it couldn't have changed a whole lot, or I would think that this image would be different. Now I'm kind of curious to get a new round. I don't have one handy right today. This is actually my first new one with the new boxes. I need to get a new round and kind of compare the two, because I feel like this is clearer image. The symbols are clearer, and they do seem to sit better, but I don't see a whole lot of difference. Look at how many drills in each. Okay, so let's see. I have 3, 6, 7 there, and I have 6 here. So let me throw a 7 down, a couple 7s here. Okay. All right, so do they line up? I'm trying to do this without tearing everything up and not throwing my head on the camera. You don't want to see my top of my head. Okay, come on, canvas. Cooperate with me. All right. Okay. So I can see a bit here. I don't want to get my two canvases stuck together either. I'm trying to be conscientious. Okay. What do y'all think? Jen asked, does the box list drill quality? I'll have to look. If the grid is tighter, there may be one more row and column. Across the bottom, they look the same. I should get a little tape measure out, shouldn't I? Because it may be the same. Artemis says, I know you checked the sizes, but the ones at the bottom look smaller to me. My box. Okay. So this is the new box. It gives me, I'm going to It gives me the total diamonds. Let's see. Says the super quality diamonds, the applicator. It doesn't say anything specific about the diamonds other than they are the high purity resin diamonds, and I don't have the old box to compare. Artemis says, I wonder if they're tapered or something. I don't know. Maniva says, same as Artemis, bottom looks smaller. It kind of does. When I put them in a tray next to each other, they looked about the same. All right, let me get a little tape measure. On the side is the total. Yeah, the total on this one was 53,820. And Jen, this one was like the really, really old school one that has like this as the sticker sheet. So it gives you none of the information that you get nowadays, even with the old sticker sheets. So let's get my handy dandy little tape measure here. Okay, we'll stick with centimeters. So let me push this up out of the way. Don't lose my whole canvas. Okay, so almost 1.5 centimeters there. And okay, this one is, okay, so I did 3, 5. I gotta go to 5. Don't overdo this, Jen. 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, according to looking at the tape measure, 5 is at almost, oh, that was inches. Okay, I will get this together, y'all. Okay, there's 5. So they are just about the same size. So let's go across because I did exactly the same number. So just under 2. Oh, I am so not in screen. I just looked up at myself. I am sorry, you guys. This is what a live will do to you. Am I back on screen? Trying to let my other iPad catch up. Okay, there we go. All right. So we're just under 2 on the old one. And the new one, yeah, we're just under 2, so it looks like it's the same space-wise. It's very intriguing. I would have thought there would be a more pronounced difference between in 3.5 years. I definitely think there is a better shine to the new drills, for sure. I wish we could do another color. I just know I'm going to have to go right in the middle of the kit. And that will be interesting, me in the middle of the kit. Artemis says, you're good. DP Addiction says, it's official, we're crazy. Laugh out loud. I know. I feel that way. I'm like, wait a second. I should see some difference. What is the arrow? 3787. So we've got over here, I've got the 3787. It's still a dark, it's a kind of more of a green color. Let me see. What is L? $8.98. Trying to figure out a color we can do that will change it. You can see a little bit better. But they look pretty darn the same to me. What was the color I pulled out earlier? 976. Well, I'm going to zoom back out on you guys a little bit. Okay. Artemis laughed too. Jen says, at least we are crazy together. We have proven scientifically light refraction does trick the eye. Yes, it does. Maneva says, maybe the shine is throwing us off. Artemis says, now I'm wondering what changed besides the dye lot. I know, I'm actually kind of curious too. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to turn off my bright light. And I've just got my overhead craft room light, and I've got natural light through my window. Is that too dark on everybody? I'm going to zoom out again just a little bit. And I'm going to flip these canvases. Okay. We're going to go this way. So bottom is 2024. Top is still 2020. All right. Okay. So, hoping, I'm kind of wanting my laptop catch up. There is the wand symbol, which I'm going to double check myself so I know some is the 976. So, we are going to get rid of the 310s again. This is all kind of a live work in progress. Okay. Okay. There are the old 310s we're putting away. We're going to get out some of these 976s. And we will put them down, and let's see if we see a difference in these colors. Get my tray. Jen says my bottom is 1981 and my top looks 1975. And Artemis has the laughy face. All right. Well, I will be very honest, y'all. I thought there would be there's definitely a dye lot difference. I mean, those ABs, that was a big difference. So the dye lot definitely has made a big change. I think the colors are more vibrant in the new dye lots. They're more saturated, would be my opinion. But I thought, and maybe it's just this kit, but I mean, it's fun to have a side by side. Let me see if I can get my cover minder to slide. Okay. Come on. All right. Where's the magnet? Okay. Alrighty. Gonna be living dangerous here. We're gonna pull this up. Okay. Alright. Gonna live a little dangerous on this one. Okay. Artemis says, we're not to discuss my top and bottom. Folks tend to get offended. And Grams is laughing too. I love that we can all be real here. Oh, such a big difference in the cover sheet. You can hear the thickness. Don't do something stupid, Jen. I told you I was living dangerous. Okay. Alrighty. Everybody see the two? Okay. So here are new drills. And let's see how we do. Definitely like the stick on the canvas of the newer canvas. The glue is by far a better glue. And I can just tell this from working other recent DAC kits that were some of my stash. The drills would slide. These drills don't go anywhere. Now I understand what I see in some of the groups. People are like, my drills are sliding. I don't understand. Yeah, because if they're doing these kits, these drills don't slide. I'm really shocked. I think I've done so many older DAC kits, because that's what I have in my stash, that I've kind of gotten complacent with having the slicker glue. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. Does anybody in the chat have kits as old as 2020? I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so that's the new one. Here's the old one. Okay. Living dangerously. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see how much wiggle there is in the glue. I can put this one down and there's so much give and wiggle. There is not that give and wiggle on the new glue. I am pretty amazed. I'll stick a sheet there so I don't keep sticking to my canvas. Ooh, that was a really bad placement. Ooh, boy child. That is not good. Okay. I'm a better diamond painter than this, I promise. But I'm stretching and trying to avoid anything hitting the other canvas. My table's rocking and rolling. There's sirens going. Let's see. Graham said, mental note, start watching on laptop instead of phone. Oh, I'm sorry. Only started this year, so no. Okay. Graham's has been exposed to the good stuff. Maniva said, nope, started end of 2023. Okay. So, I know Jen's got older stuff. She's been diamond painting with DAC longer than I have. Okay. There's my edge. Come up a little bit more. Okay. And I know Jen's working and lurking and doing adult stuff, but I know Jen's been diamond painting for quite a while. Ditzy's a couple years, and I don't know if Melanie Hebert is still here. She's working and lurking. I don't remember how long she's been. Okay, one more row to compare. And we'll look at it with and without my big craft room light on. My big craft room light is an aught light that's very similar to the ring lights if you're doing a video of yourself, a selfie video. So it's very bright. So we'll kind of look at these. All right. I want to make sure I don't stick them together. Okay. Man, my lines are atrocious, y'all. I know we self-critique, but all right. I'm just sticking. Okay. So let's see. Artemis says same with the phone, and I started February 24th. Jaylee Lee started 2019. Her first DAC was 2021, but I buy pretty much as I go. Never had more than 5 in a stash. Graham said, no worries, I've been cleaning while listening and discovered my stash is 33% larger than I thought. Graham's is on the numbers. I'm horrible at percents. Artemis says, yay, Lily, the first person I've met that also keeps a small stash. No longer feel alone. The reason I have a stash is I fell into FOMO big time. Like, I really fell into FOMO. And I went crazy. And so that's why I have a stash. Like I said, this is my first new purchase, the first new box I've gotten, because I reined myself in. I went crazy when I started, and I had to rein myself in. Okay, so let's see here. You know, it's kind of funny because now on the canvas, let's see, they actually look pretty close in the bags, but we know they're different, which is funny. But in this light, they look like this one's darker, but this is the new one, and I thought it was lighter than that one. Isn't it funny how the light really does play a factor in what we see? I mean, that's not a shocker, I guess, but let's turn that big overhead light back on. And let's see here. It's definitely very interesting. I really, guys, I don't see a difference in drill fields. I just don't. And maybe it's the canvas. Maybe it is because it is an image that has just been reproduced another time. You know, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But they really look the same to me. Even my crookedness is the same. Yeah, I don't see a drill field change. Let me zoom in a little bit. I hope I'm not making y'all sick. Tell me to stop if I am. But a little bit of a zoom in there, they look the same to me. And now this one looks lighter to me, but it could be my angle. I'm trying to look at the camera. And there is more of a shadow because this one's up here and more of the light than this one is. So, yeah. Graham says, only because I watched Lisette this morning. Oh, so that's why you know your numbers? Because that's impressive. Lily says, I'm too tight with money and very much a minimalist. I am not a minimalist, and now I'm tight on money. Artemis says, same. Graham says, I went no-buy, which is a bummer as I wanted to try a Pinsler. Yeah, it's hard when you go on a no-buy, but we have to play it smart. We can't put our families in debt. Yeah, I think the drills are very similar. I think the color, I would say, if I had to say the biggest change between the two for me, and I honestly thought there would be a bigger difference, but I really feel like the main difference between the two is probably going to be dye lots, and canvas, the image on the canvas, like the layout of the canvas. And of course the sticker sheet, because like I said, the old sticker sheet is not, these are not even cut. This is just one big giant sticker, and these are not, the little things are not even cut on that one. That's how old that is. So DAC has by far done a lot of improvements. I would just have to say that if I'm comparing a side-by-side of the same kit, yeah, I think the drill field, I don't see a difference in the drill field personally. Again, my old one is on top. My new one is on bottom. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out here so we can kind of see the whole image, get a better picture of my table. But yeah, I think overall, I really feel like it's very similar. Because the canvas material's the same. I think the biggest improvement was drill bags are sturdier. They're prettier. I would say the die lots are more vivid in the new ones. For me, the drill field is the same. There is more sparkle to the newer drills than the older drills. And the sticker sheet is a very vast improvement. I know everybody misses the little square sticker sheet, but at least it's not this. This is miserable. I'm not going to lie. This is miserable. So I am going to zoom in a little bit. I think I went too far out there. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I definitely feel like, the biggest improvement that I personally like is the sticker sheet at this point. Then I would say the die lots and the sparkle would be what I like best after that. I think the layout of the kit is not affecting me as much. You know, I don't use the side legend as much. I know a lot of people rely on that. I don't. The side legend is more visible on the new ones. The symbols are bigger. Like you can see them easier and faster. So if you're a person that uses the side legend, yeah, the newer kits are much better about that. But I've diamond painted for a few years and I really just don't see, at least with this kit, it could be so different with another kit, I know that, but I just wanted to do this side by side of the exact same kit. So I really feel like there are vast improvements, but it's not as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. But now my goal is I need to finish them both, right? And see, I was going to donate one to Diamonds in the Rough, but since I have placed drills, I don't want to do that to someone else. That's rude. So now I just have two very big projects to complete. And then can do a side-by-side when they're finished. Man, I got my work cut out for me. Let's see, I'm going to catch up a little bit with chat. Artemis says the Ghost Flower Shop from today's release was FOMO-ish, but I was saved by the 2 quarters in my wallet. Yeah, there were some good ones. Lily says it is pretty art. If it had been lighter blue, to finish it would have been hard. I'm wanting the new one from Jade. The book's making a trail. Don't know the name. Oh yeah, I know what one you're talking about, Legally. I don't remember the name of it. Maniba said, laugh out loud, yes, the old sticker sheet does look miserable. Artemis says, oh, she had a few new ones that were delicious looking. And Maniva said, I still have to try a Jade canvas, hoping soon though. And Artemis says, it was still cool to see it side by side. Well, thank you. I mean, yeah, I was hoping we'd see more of a dramatic difference. But there really isn't in the drill quality. I think Yak still had great quality back in 2020, and they do in 2024. I'm glad nothing went downhill. I would only say there were improvements. It either stayed the same or there were improvements. So that's a good news. At least there was nothing I could say was a turn off from the old kit to the new kit. Yeah, I know people miss the washi tape or the cover minders, but that is small potatoes because a lot of us buy other stuff anyway. So I see why they got rid of some of that, because not everybody's a washi tape user and not everybody's a cover minder user. So I can see why they kind of leaned away from that. But I think the core of the two is still top quality. You can't go wrong. So Catherine said, definitely informative into a different era of DAC. Yeah, it is. Definitely blast the past. I'm so glad these sticker sheets are gone. I really am. Artemis says, hi, hey Stein. Maniva said, super interesting to see a side-by-side. Love the now DAC for sure. I still miss the cover minders. Yeah, it is. I know people miss the cover minders. But yeah, it's been a very interesting experiment for me too, because I did not look at these prior. Like I said, when I opened the bags today, I opened the bags for the first time. So this was fun. I appreciate you guys going on the ride with me. Does anybody have any questions? I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate those that do watch the replay. But those that are in here, do you have any questions? Did I miss something that you want to see? While I have them both sitting here, I'll take a few minutes to look at anything. If you're just jumping in, catch the replay. We really went through high level how the toolkit has changed. This is the old sticker sheet. A lot that has changed, but so much of it's still the same. I'm glad the canvas quality is still so good. Lily said, thank you, enjoyed it. Thank you, Lily. And I know that I was planning to just go to 2:30 and my laptop is telling me 2:31. So I kind of hit it where I had planned to. Jen said, thank you. I appreciate it, Jen. Thank you. Maniba said, you did awesome. Thanks, Maniba. Graham said, enjoyed it and we'll try to make it more often. Oh, thank you so much, Grahams. Now, I will tell you, my normal live time is 11 a.m. on Saturdays, Eastern Standard Time. This was a later one today because I knew I wanted to take longer. When I do the mornings on Saturdays, I try to end by 11:50 Eastern so that people can make it to DAC releases. I don't want to ever hold anybody up. I knew this one would be a little bit longer, so I shoved it to the afternoon. It is in the morning, but I appreciate you guys being here. If you can come in the morning, that's great. I love you catching the replays. I love your feedback. Artemis says, not for me. You did a great job. Oh, thank you, Artemis. I appreciate it. Yeah, this has been fun. I have enjoyed it. I've been very, very curious, been chomping at the bit to look at this. And, yeah, I'm really pleased that DAC's quality is nothing went to the negative. Everything went to the positive or stayed the same. So that's great news to me. So yeah, I think it's great. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm going to let you run and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and Happy New Year. Next Saturday, I have some fun things in store. I am going to do a video unboxing. My plan is this week, and then I'll get that out and we can kind of go over that a little bit on Saturday. And going to kind of come over some projects I've done and start working on my blinging in the new year, because I've changing up a couple of the colors in that. So that should be kind of fun. So next Saturday, I'll be back at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we'll be looking at my Galactic Menace, my stitch, and getting some bling put in that for blinging in the new year. So thank you guys so, so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Hi, Diamonds by Asia. I'm sorry, we're right at the end. Catch the replay. It's been interesting. It's okay. It's okay. I just appreciate you even being here. But it was fun to look at the comparison. So, all right, I will stop babbling. You guys enjoy your Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys next Saturday, and be on the lookout. I have a kit from I have a kit from Art and Soul that came in this week, and I cannot wait to unbox it. So I'm going to do a video of that, get that posted for y'all, and then we can kind of go over that on Saturday, and we'll go over my blinging in the new year. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great one, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.